Here's a little song I thieved, but Bob McBarron, he's not grieved, so don't worry, he's happy. Every night I do the weather, now I'm at the end of my tether, don't worry, I'm happy. And welcome to Monty Dwyer's Flying Cirrus. Weather. Not much change to today's weather except to the satellite photograph machine threw a bit of a tantrum, so we have to produce the hand map. Remember the Gulf of Carpentaria, Joseph Bonaparte Gulf here. The only cloud within Kui is lying along the north coast at the moment, likely to move southward, increasing the isolated shower and storm activity as it does so, but not likely to come as far as Palm Valley. Thank you, Elizabeth, and it's good to be back, and everything today was good, and the weather was good, and it was just good all round today. Right, tonight's weather's exactly the same as last night's, so if you saw last night's weather, go and do something else. There was movement at the Bureau, for the word had passed around that the ABC had hired a crazy bloke. On the surface, he looked harmless, with mind and body sound, but he seemed to treat the weather as a joke. Good evening and welcome to ABC Weather, read by Monty Dwyer. So, a little precipitation was had by people in the Berkeley and Alice Springs district today, but otherwise, that is to say people living in other areas, there was experiencing no precipitation whatsoever at all. On the synoptic photograph we see some middle-level cloud evident behind my shoulder. I will move out now over the southern Berkeley and northern Alice Springs districts and stretching eastwards. People living in those areas may experience more precipitation overnight, while people living in other areas elsewhere will be experiencing more of the nil precipitous about us type conditions. Right, pay attention please, I'll only say this once. There will be no weather for the following areas tomorrow: Argadargata, Elliot, Rabbit Flat, Mongrel Downs, Catherine, Darwin and Owen Pelly. Satellite photograph. As you can see, no weather clearly indicated over the aforementioned areas. As for the rest, you'll be getting weather, but we don't know what sort yet. Thank you, Liz. And speaking of the weather, tomorrow is of course the day a lot of people get under it by getting out of it. But in any case, there's no getting around it, so you might as well get into it. Thanks, Liz. And they're on a roll up there. 2 accurate forecasts in a row for the Bureau. So I guess the law of averages would indicate they'll blow it tonight. Well, in case you don't know the date, it's 8/8/88, and the weatherman's rapping for you tonight to give some a laugh and some a fright. Thank you, Kay. And last night's forecasts from the Bureau of Meteorology were, as usual, razor sharp. Completely wrong, mind you, but sharp, how sharp they were. And not a lot of movement with the tides this weekend, with a low tide of 2.5 at 10 past 10, rising to a high of 5.3 at a 4:15. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. See you later. Thank you, Annie, and good evening. And now for today's weather developments.
Right, and I refuse to even mention the cricket tonight. Yeah. But the big fan to the south did the job today and chased that awful rain away. That just came to me, just like that.
Yeah. Okay, satellite photograph. Doo-dah, doo-dah, Camptown races 5 miles long, oh, doo-dah day. And that about sums up that rubbish, I think. Now, it seems that my lightning and thunder explanation of last night was inadequate, so listen carefully. In any thunderstorm cell, there is convection. A lot of convection. Now, small ice particles are drawn to the top of the convection and they're carrying positive ions. Larger, wetter ice particles called graupel are drawn to the bottom carrying negative ions. So hence a great imbalance is built up, and lightning is simply there to equalise the imbalance. A big bolt of lightning zags between the two and equalises it all up. Now, as you can imagine, a bolt of lightning carries incredible energy, and it heats the air it passes through to such an extent that it explodes, much like an internal combustion engine, hence thunder. And the reason it sounds like it's coming from a long way away and rolling and rumbling is because lightning always zigs and zags about the place and you're hearing different parts of the explosion at different times. Quite simple. Could you run that past me again? No, I won't. I only barely understood it myself.
Well done.
Yes, it's definitely me. But I thought I'd ease you back into it gently with a couple of weeks with Ron at the helm, who did a good job, I'm sure, and I'm sure a lot of you really appreciated getting some weather for a change. But that's all over now. I'm back, and you'll get what you're given. It's as simple as that. And on the harbour side, 10 knot northwesterlies will bend the trees very little.
But as for this weekend's tight times, I couldn't make 'em fit their rhymes, but don't worry, they're happy. So go and have yourself some fun. I'll see you on the day of mun, and don't worry, be happy.
Now, I've been getting a bit of stick about my shirts again of late, and, well, there are people out there who believe I have no taste. Can you believe that?
Ha!